in regards to prepaid legal services. This is something they taught me when I first took a look at the information. They said, here's prepaid legal. They said, here's your job. They said, here's how many years you've been at your job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And they said, here's your bank account. They said, take a look at the last 5 years of your life. Take a look at the last 5 years of your bank account. Has anything changed? When I first took a look at it, I said, you know what, nothing has changed, but there's probably a little bit more in my bank account because I had a job now. But this is what they said. They said, how many people clock in and clock out and put money into your bank account? See, for me, I said, what are you talking about? But they said this. They said, well, it's just you, right? You clock in, you clock out, you put money into your own bank account. They said, your second year, how many people clock in and clock out to put money in your bank account? They said, it's just you. They said, your third year the same, your fourth year the same. They said, your fifth year the same. Now, they said in prepaid legal services, they said, could you show this to 5 people in the next year? 5 people in the next year who would see the value in the information, the membership, and also the business. And I said, yeah, I could probably find that today. That's one person every 2.5 months. They said that's 5 people possibly contributing to your income. Then they said, your second year, could you help those 5 people find 5? And they said that's 25 people possibly contributing to your income. Then they said it's 125, 625. Then they said it's 3,125. Then they said this to me. They said, what if 90% of those people quit? They said that's 300 people possibly contributing to your income. They said, what's better, 300 or 1? Then they said, this is why it works. They said, most people work for 40 years. It's still just them. They try to retire, but they can't, so they get another job. They said, my dad worked 21 years in the Navy. Still just him, and he retired from the Navy. To do what? To get another job. My mom spent 29 years as a nurse, still just her. The only reason why she's retired right now is because of this right here. They said the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Why? Because most people look for work, and the rich and the wealthy build networks. But here's why it works. Most people work for 40 hours every single week. I met another person who works 100 hours a week, regardless of what it is. But they said this is why it works. They said, what if you only work prepaid legal on a part-time basis? What if you only work for 5 hours a week? They said 300 times 5, what if everybody else just worked 5 hours a week? 300 times 5 is 1,500 hours. It's being worked on your behalf. But here's why it works. They said, what if you didn't work the 100 hours? What if you didn't work the 40 hours that week? What if you didn't even work your 5 hours that week? 1,500 minus the 5 is still 1,495 hours that's being worked on your behalf. Well, guess what? You didn't even work that week. What can you do with an extra 100 hours a week? What can you do with an extra 40 hours a week? What can you do with an extra 5 hours a week? Maybe take a vacation. Maybe spend some time with your family. Maybe you just do something that you love to do. Or spend it with someone that you love. That's why the business works.